Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a special episode with Saket, who's going to answer a couple of crowdsourced questions for us. Saket, welcome to Rockstar Rendezvous with Payal Parmar.
Payal, thank you for having me on your show. I'm excited about what we have here.
Perfect. So let's start with the first one. What do you think about when you travel back home from work?
It's a long travel, first of all, because I go from my drawing room to my bedroom. We're all working from home. But while I go back, it's generally late because, we have so many geographies that we have to work. Probably midnight by the time I'm actually walking back, literally. I think that's the time when I'm like, look, shower and sleep. That's it. So it's just
That's quite honest.
Yeah, I'm just being as honest as I can be, and I think that's what you asked me.
Yes.
Be candid. So that's what it is while walking back, and of course you're thinking about the next day and at the same time how the day went and the places where I could have done better, and at the same time the things which happened in a good way. And generally, if there are follow-ups, if there are things which I need to make sure that I'm not the bottleneck of with so many things going on in our organization, I try to make sure that I've got it all documented in my reminders, in my notes, and put all of that together, and really also take a step back and see that tactically when we are doing things on an everyday basis, are we strategically going in the direction of going and making our mission happen and making our vision happen.
What is the growth strategy for SAFE going forward?
So, while our mission statement, as you know, is to become the de facto industry standard to measure, manage, and mitigate cyber risks. If I asked you, how much battery do you have in your cell phone? Do you have an objective real-time answer?
Yes, 70%.
But how secure is your cell phone?
I cannot tell you.
You cannot answer. If you think about it, cell phone, which has now become an extended part of your body, is something which is so fundamental, and you would really not be happy if that's hacked.
That's true.
But despite having such important data, both for your professional and personal lives, you don't know how secure it is in a quantified way. Think about the life of a chief technology officer or a chief security officer, which has tens of thousands of servers, tens of thousands of laptops, a lot of databases, a lot of cloud resources. Think about them, how uncomfortable their lives would be. That's the reason World Economic Forum put cybersecurity as the #1 man-made worry in boardrooms across the globe. That requires an answer, and that requires an answer from a company which does it in the right way in solving that problem. That's the mission statement of ours. That's the future that we are going towards, of going ahead and becoming the de facto industry standard to measure, manage, and transfer cyber risk. So that's really the future vision of the organization.
On a lighter note, Saket, outside of work, what do you enjoy doing?
The list is very long, Payal. So, it goes without saying, and that's why you said outside of work, because I thoroughly enjoy working.
That's true.
And it's truly a passion of mine. But there's so much more. I mean, I think if there's one thing that I'm super passionate about, is just diving deep. What that means in a very simple way is that, whether it's playing my piano or reading about the biographies of people, or it's going and learning salsa dancing, or or trying to learn surfing, or whatever that is, right? I like diving deep and really trying to understand and in a way, I know it sounds very egoistic, but crack the code of what does it mean of doing that particular thing in the best way possible. And when I say best, I'm not talking about comparing it with the outside, but the sheer joy of doing that thing with the best possible, perfect way possible. I think that gives me a lot of joy, and I would say that's my #1 passion. That you take anything and just go to the absolute rock bottom of that particular thing in diving deep and understanding how that works in first principles. And yeah, I think that's the biggest high of my life.
On that note, what is a special talent that nobody knows about you?
I am a micropsychologist. The reason I say that is there was a point in my point in my life where I actually went ahead and studied a lot about psychology and how humans work, how the brain works, the left brain, the right brain, how do you sleep, the REM sleep, the deep sleep, what affects the sleep, starting from how you sleep, till where you sleep, till what have you eaten before you sleep, till what you eat and drink before you sleep, etc., etc. So I went quite deep into understanding the first principles of how the mind works. It's always fascinated me quite a lot, and thanks to that, a lot of things that we now produce, whether it's some of our content, whether it's our website, it's the messaging to the customers, etc., etc., it helps me quite a lot about thinking through what might be impacting the people who are reading that on the other side, and the people who we are influencing.
All right. I've been in a ton of interviews with you, and you ask this question to everyone. What is your proudest moment, Saket?
The proudest moment of my life. Yes, pal. You've probably done how many interviews together with me?
So many. I've lost count.
Guess a few thousand, maybe. Right now. The proudest moment of my life. I think the proudest moment of my life was when I figured that most proud moments don't really matter. I figured the futility of what most people, I know this might sound egoistic, but I figured the futility of what most people call as proud generally decays as a proud moment a few years, a few decades down the lane. And even if it doesn't decay while they are alive, once they are dead, it just vanishes in a few decades or a few centuries, no matter who you are. So the moment you realize that, and then everything that you're doing, you feel that, oh, I'm super proud of it because I'm such a cool dude who was able to do that. And then you just realize the macro about, no matter what you do, 300 years down the lane or 500 years down the lane, nobody's going to give a damn about that. So the moment you realize that, you just suddenly are almost freed with the shackles where, not only do you not have any proud moments anymore, you don't need proud moments anymore. You're just dancing in life. That's it.
Thank you so much, Saket, for your time. It was lovely having you with us to this chat. Everyone else, please watch out for more.
Thank you, Payal. So wonderful to have chat with you. Thank you.